Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to Drawing Down the Stars. I'm Snappy, and thank you for joining me for our live tarot session today, August 31st, 2024. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Thank you all for joining me. So let's start by giving a shout out to everyone here in the chat. Good to see you, Geronimo. Good to see you, Nikosmas. Much love, Christy. Good to see you, Mick Conley. Good to see you, Gandhi. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. This is going to be fun. So we start today off with our astrology. Oh, good to see you, Graham. Much love, Kit Kat. Good to see you, Suze. Wow, people keep pouring in. It's beautiful. Okay. So our astrology is still in that beautiful Gemini moon. Or sorry, Leo moon. And this Leo moon is that jubilant, beautiful, exuberant energy. It's that playful energy of wanting to be outgoing and have fun, of expressing ourselves and our deepest thoughts and being connected to others. You know, it's just really beautiful energy. And it's outgoing and it's driven and it's helpful and connected to this Virgo energy. It's all about that coming together and organizing and doing what is needed and preparing and doing the work that is necessary. So it's this practical thing. So Leo can come and lighten that energy up, spark in some joy, take a moment from the toil and, embrace each other in a nice hug, right? It's beautiful, beautiful energy. And that's the energy of the day. And this morning when I was thinking on what to title today's episode and I was pulling my cards, I drew the Queen of Discs. And this is really beautiful energy. A lot of people, when they get the Queen of Discs, they immediately go to that harsher side, that more practical side, the side of organizing and getting things done. But when I was thinking on her energy this time, what really came forward was that embodied side. That side that is truly grounded in the self and in the earth, the side of her that is really connected to the natural world, that takes the time to listen. The Queen of Discs has that power to be truly connected to herself and to the world around her and to see what is happening, to be present and to be aware. And you want to tap into this energy, right? This sense of self. Everything comes back to the body. Everything comes back to the nature and the earth, and you want to be present in it and experience it to its fullest. So take this time to sit with the self and to contemplate the moment in all of its complexity and all of its unfolding, and try to be aware of the ebbs and the flows and the changes, and be present in the body and really feel where you're at. We often take the body for granted and sometimes don't even notice when we're hurting, don't even notice when we're exhausted or when we need something because we're too busy working or thinking on something else. But now's that moment to be present and to be aware, to be conscious of the self. All right. Beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. So we're going to start today with our Ganapati Oracle. Ganesha Ganapati is that divine child, the Lord of beginnings, the guardian of the threshold, and the Lord of the Ganas, the spirits. And we're going to ask him to send us a message and to make sure that our message is heard by those who need to hear it. So Lord Ganapati, what is the inspiration this evening? All right. Inner knowing. Isn't that beautiful? Does that not connect deeply to what I was saying? Inner knowing. Part of that inner knowing is being aware of the body, being aware of the self, going into the depths of the self, into the depths of the present, right? Beautiful knowledge. Oh my gosh, I'm tongue twisted today. Anyway, we're going to move on. All right. So today we're going to do our sortes. And for those of you unaware, the sortes is a form of bibliomancy, that is, divination through literature. And it comes to us from the Greco-Roman tradition. And we ask those goddesses of inspiration, the divine muses, to come and inspire us and guide our hand and to send a message through the text. And today we're going to begin with Marlowe's Dr. Faustus. Christopher Marlowe, is a contemporary of Shakespeare, one of the true great playwrights, but his life was cut short. But thankfully, we at least have this incredible work. So, muses, what is the message from Marlowe? Inspire us this evening. Believe me, Master Doctor, this makes me wonder above the rest, that being in the dead time of winter and in the month of January, how you should come by these grapes. Believe me, Master Doctor, this makes me wonder above the rest, that being in the dead time of winter and in the month of January, how you should come by these grapes. Interesting. You know, this is one of those magical things, right? The devil is seen eating grapes. Mephistopheles is always with grapes. You know, Dionysus always has their grapes, regardless of the seasons, regardless of the change, you know. They're the dying and the rising vine, and they grow. Beautiful. Interesting. Let's continue. We're now going to go to Byron. All right. Muses, guide my hand. What is the message from Lord Byron? Inspire us this evening. You're wrong. He was the mildest mannered man that ever scuttled ship or cut a throat. With such true breeding of a gentleman, you never could divine his real thought. Nor courtier could, and scarcely woman can, gird more deceit within a petticoat. Pity he loved adventurous life's variety. He was so great a loss to good society. You're wrong. He was the mildest mannered man that ever scuttled ship or cut a throat. With such true breeding of a gentleman, you never could divine his real thought. No courtier could, and scarcely women can, gird more deceit within a petticoat. Pity he loved adventurous life's variety. He was so great a loss to good society. The trickster on full display, right? More of this Dionysus energy, if I ever heard it, you know? The mildest mannered man to ever scuttle ship or cut a throat. Pretty mild mannered if you're scuttling ships and cutting throats, I must say. You could never divine where he was going or what his true life's thought was. All it was about the adventure and life's variety. He was so great a loss to good society, was he not? Beautiful. Let us continue. All right. Rabelais, Gargantua, and Pantagruel. This should be good. I'm feeling that Leo joy energy today. So a nice satire like Rabelais. This should bring some hilarity. Let's see. Muses, what is the message from Rabelais? All right. Seeing that at the simple sight of a ram, mad elephants are restored to their senses. Mad bulls on the rampage are tamed if they come near to that wild fig tree called Camphrycus, remaining fixed and unable to budge, and the viper's rage is calmed by the touch of a branch of the beech tree. Oh, wow. We're getting some really profound imagery here. We have the ram, the golden fleece, right? Aries imagery, also related to that sacred magic. And we see, at the simplest sight of a ram, mad elephants are restored to their senses. The ram restores sense, overcomes that madness. Mad bulls on the rampage are tamed if they come near to that wild fig tree called Caprificus. Bulls. doesn't get more sacred than bulls and doesn't get more related to Dionysus than bulls, right? Dionysus is that slaughtered bull in the Mithraic liturgy, right? He's so essential to that imagery, and it's wild to see it. Wow. Remaining fixed and unable to budge, and the viper's rage is calmed by the touch of a branch of the beech tree. So we're seeing that there's magic in the plants, there's magic in the trees, in the fruit and in the trees and in the animals. And they can restore one-to-one senses. They can calm rage and remove anger, right? Beautiful. Interesting. All right, let's continue. We're now going to go to Don Juan in Hell by Bernard Shaw. All right, Muses, what does the message from Shaw inspire us this evening? It is a dig at a much higher power than you, Commander. Still, you must have noticed in your profession that even a stupid general can win battles when the enemy's general is a little stupider. Oh, wow. There are bigger fights at play, it seems. It is a dig at a much higher power than you, Commander. Still, you must have noticed in your profession that even a stupid general can win battles when the enemy's general is a little stupider. It's always in degrees and variations, right? Dumb and compared to what? Interesting. Oh, that one's come up before, according to Gandhi. That's interesting. All right, let's continue. We're now going to go to Edgar Allan Poe. All right. Muses, guide my hand. What is the message from Poe? Inspire us this evening. Why, is it folly to suppose that the murder was committed within 5 minutes after the girl's quitting her mother's house? Why is it folly to suppose that the murder was committed within 5 minutes after the girl's quitting her mother's house? I don't know. It doesn't really line up with reason. You know, it doesn't make reasonable sense to me how a girl leaving her mother's house 5 minutes later committing a murder. That seems pretty radical. Interesting. Is this a smear campaign? All right, let's continue. We're going to go to William Butler Yeats. All right. Muses, guide my hand. What is the message from William Butler Yeats? Inspire us this evening. Okay. Speak to him. He knows that he is taking you to death. Speak. He will not deny it. Speak to him. He knows that he is taking you to death. Speak. He will not deny it. Interesting. Speak to him. The first lesson, the first line. He knows that he is taking you to death. Speak, he will not deny it. Always know where you're going and always remember to ask, right? Remember the trickster. Remember the magician is also the ass. There's a reason why you will always see the ass-headed figure with the caduceus. Hermes is a complex figure, and part of his role is to keep you away, is to prevent you from entering and crossing these thresholds. As much as he allows some, he prevents others, right? And you see the same with Hecate as well. Her and her Gathos Daimon, and Cerberus, her avatar, right? Interesting. He knows that he is taking you to death. Speak, he will not deny it. That's another thing. Taking you to death, what does that mean? Taking you to Hades? To Dionysus? To Thanatos? To the underworld? What are we getting at here? All right, let's continue. The Three Musketeers by Dumas. Muses, guide my hand. What is the message from Dumas? Inspire us this evening. At length, one evening, my enemy resolved to paralyze the resistance he could not conquer. One evening, he mixed a powerful narcotic with my water. Scarcely had I finished my repast when I felt myself sink by degrees into a strange torpor. Although I was without mistrust, a vague fear seized me, and I tried to struggle against sleeplessness. I arose. I wished to run to the window and call for help, but my legs refused their office. It appeared as if the ceiling sank upon my head and crushed me with its weight. I stretched out my arms. I tried to speak. I could only utter inarticulate sounds, and irresistible faintness came over me. Interesting. At length, one evening, my enemy resolved to paralyze the resistance he could not conquer. Someone was asking how the mother goddess overcomes and how that she conquers. Well, this is one of the ways. She conquers through the medicine and through deceit and through cunning, right? Through the Medeos. At length, one evening, my enemy resolved to paralyze my resistance he could not conquer. One evening, he mixed a powerful narcotic with my water. Interesting. All right. We're now going to go to Lewis Carroll. Okay. Complete Illustrated. Muses, what is the message from Lewis Carroll? Inspire us this evening. Permit me to explain. So long as it is let alone, it takes its own course. Time has no effect upon it. Permit me to explain. So long as it is let alone, it takes its own course. Time has no effect upon it. Wow, that's really interesting. The cycles continue and time has no real effect. And the cycle goes its own course, its own direction. Interesting. So long as it's let alone, it takes its own course. Let alone, right? Interesting. Okay. All right, we're now going to go to our tarot proper. Before I do, I just want to say that after today's reading, my dear friend Graham and I are going to be getting together for an intense deep dive into Unica Zern's The House of Illnesses. It's going to be a ton of fun. It's a truly radical book with some intense surrealist imagery. So I hope you guys come and join me after this tarot reading for that at 8 o'clock. And also, if you are interested in a private reading, please reach out to me, Snappy, ddts@gmail.com, or you can find me on the Myth and Lore Discord. I'm Snappy or Lady Snappy. All right, so let's begin with our Thoth Tarot of Lady Frida Harris and Aleister Crowley. And we are going to invoke the gods Saturn, Kronos, and ask them to dissect our life, to cut it up and put it on the plate, so that we can examine the present, look at our interconnections, and ask, how can we move and flow? How can we evolve? How can we rise above? And how can we manifest our true will? And as always, the center card is the most important. And today's center, interesting, we have the Princess of Discs. So while this morning I drew the Queen in preparation while thinking on today, this evening I draw her child, her in her youthful form, the princess of discs, right? Beautiful energy. Wow. And the princess of discs is that youthful, childish energy, right? It's that earth of earthiness. It's beyond practical. It's grounded and it's wild. It's that virginal energy of the forest. It's that Artemis. It's that Hecate energy in its most pure and refined, unsubdued, right? And wild. And it's that pure potential to do anything, to transform the world, the one who guides with the dogs and who controls the cycles of the moon. Powerful, powerful energy, right? In the practical world, this is energy, though, that must be nurtured and cared for. This is representative of a new project, a new beginning, a new goal, something to strive for and to work in conjunction with, and recognize the potential for beauty and transformation. The princess can become anything, especially in the suit of the discs. Her abilities are in the earth and grounded, and she can transform all of reality through her will. If she is nurtured and cared for in the right way, if the opportunities are provided, and if she is respected and treated with the glory and love that she needs. Can you rise to the occasion? Can you tend to the princess? Powerful energy. Wow. Intense energy, 10, ruin. This is the most intense overthinking in the deck. Overthinking to the point of ruination, of preventing yourself. But also recognize the 10 is the ending of the cycle. It's the completion and the ending of this, right? So what we're seeing is through the connection of this new focus, this new princess, we are ending the cycle of ruination and overthinking. We are beginning anew with a new focus. And this is about letting this go and taking responsibility, right? Taking responsibility for her energy. Let's see where this is going. Yeah. The magician, right? There's so much power here and potential here and responsibility here, right? The magician can call anything into existence. They have the power to manifest their will, to transform reality according to their manifestation in their word. They're the writers of the story. Connected to that princess of discs, they can write her story. They can write her into existence. This is something that you have called down and something that you must complete. This is a magical story of which you are now forever engaged in, forever a part of. And it's a beautiful, transcendent story. Can you continue it? See where it's going. Wow. The ion, temperance. Beautiful energy of self-refinement, imagination, and projection into the future, right? Where we see the remnants of the old self give birth to the new, to the divine child to come, Harpocrates, Dionysus reborn, Zagreus reinstalled upon the throne. Beautiful, beautiful energy and extreme potentiality. Again, this is about self-refinement, ending of one cycle and rebirthing yourself again, taking responsibility and growing, projecting into the future and imagining a better way, a new way. Let's see where this is going. Connected to that princess, right? She is that child to come. She is that projection into the future. And this is about you learning to take that responsibility, to end one cycle and to begin another with this project, with this beautiful child as the focus. See where this is going. This is a victory. This ionic energy, this is a victory. Now, not only is it a completion of a cycle, but it is a realization of something new, the beginning of a new path for which you have manifested. You have drawn into existence. You have drawn down the stars. Look here and you will see the sigil of Lucifer within the Six of the Wands, right? 6 is the most powerful energy, the most balanced, the most fiery. And in the suit of the Wands, this is the realization of one's passions, of one's loves. And this energy is profound. Connected to that ion, it's about undergoing that temperance and refinement in order to achieve that victory. You know, so this is the coming together of disciplined action, and powerful imagination. Beautiful. Wow. It doesn't get better than this. It doesn't get better than this. The victory, the ion, and the birth of the sun. The birth of the sun. The sun is the absolute middle, right? The most rewarding and powerful card in the deck in terms of physicality. The absolute center, the middle path, the middle way, harmony, beauty, joy, love realized, paradise, right? A return to the golden age, right? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. So this is a coming to that completion, into that joy, and the manifestation of much work built over generations of cycles, and a manifestation of this victory, of this refining of this image, of this manifesting your desires and willing it into projection. Wow. See where this is going. The universe. Persephone realized, the mother goddess, the completion of the cycle itself, right? The ending of one and the rebirth of another. The mother inside of that divine universal egg in that infinite loop. Profound, profound energy. This is the completion of a cycle and the beginning of something new. We're completing that one stage, and the new stage begins with this manifestation of the child, this taking of responsibility, this refining oneself through temperance and creating of the new ion, right? But this is also a new birth and a new beginning. Wow. Where is this going? Now's the time for much work, and recognize that this is the realization of much work. You've done much to get here, right? It's like we are standing on the first plateau. You know, Hecate is the ruler of the 4 and 10, the two plateaus within the cycle, right? The base and the completion. And we are now standing upon that base. Wow. And through the work, our pleasure is realized. We're coming together in perfect harmony with our community and with our loved ones in this emotional depth of connection. The cups are full and are overflowing. They are flowing into one another in perfect harmony, giving and taking in complete balance and reciprocity, you know? This is beautiful, beautiful energy. Wow. Wow. This is one of the most balanced and powerful readings I've done in a while. My gosh. All right. Before I flip, once again, please give me a like and a subscribe. It really does make a big difference. And if you're at all interested in a private reading, reach out, snappyddts@gmail.com, or come join the conversation on the Myth and Lore Discord. We're always looking for more people, and we always love good conversation. All right. Let's take a, oh, sorry, guys. Apologies. Let's take a look at our full spread here. Okay. So we'll start here. To end this cycle of overthinking and inaction and ruination and self-doubt and self-hatred, it's about doing the work and embracing the victory. Following one's passions, following one's pursuit of love and joy, and doing the work necessary, continuing on this path. Beautiful. This cycle's coming to an end. It's intense and it's hard, but it's over. Wow. Let's continue. The princess. This is the completion of one cycle and the beginning of a new one. This is the manifestation of much work and much growth and transformation. You know, now is the time for one to take responsibility and to nurture this princess into fruition. This is a new cycle and a new fixation as we grow and expand upon the self and our personal journeys. Beautiful. Yeah. The magician has manifested this energy. This is the culmination of their will and their magic, the coming together of loved ones, the creation of the family. The princess is a result of this sun energy, right? She's that product that comes out of this joy, out of this profound love, right? Out of this romantic, deep connection that is fulfilling itself, right? That is loving flow, right? That is totally balanced. This is really beautiful energy. And this is energy that was willed and manifested and brought in through hard work. Wow. Let's do our crosses. We manifest the sun and we connect to the Princess of Discs through doing the work necessary. We continue upon that path. Continue in the work that you have been doing. You are doing it. It's just about pushing forward, resisting these overthinking and these thoughts of ruination. Realizing that the sun is on the horizon. See the transformations and the love and the power all around you. Right? It's so beautiful. The next, go here. Yeah. This pursuit of love is a victory, and it's manifesting us in this loving connection, right? And this connection, this pursuit of the love through that victory and this connection of the love is manifesting this Princess of Discs. She's the result of these two sixes coming together in perfect harmony, creating that divine child to come, manifesting that sun. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Beautiful energy. This is beautiful energy, right? The message is take responsibility, do the work necessary, find what this child is and nurture her. She is the new cycle. This is your victory. This is where you've been going. This is the manifestation of so much work. This is the sun realized, right? There's always more work to be done, but this is a beautiful, beautiful, successful, loving moment that is being realized in the physical through the result of much work and generation. Amazing. I love to see it. All right, everyone. I hope that resonated with you. It certainly resonated with me. And we're going to do one final sortaise. And we're going to go to my dear friend Graham's book, The Shape of My Will. And remember, Graham and I are going to be doing a deep dive on Unica Zern, her book, The House of Illnesses, right after this at 8 o'clock. And I hope I will see you all there. All right. Muses, what is the final message this evening? Inspire us. None of my belongings evoked memories when I looked at them or held them. None of my belongings evoked memories when I looked at them or beheld them. That is because it is not about what belongs to you. It is not about the things. Nothing belongs to anyone, not even the body. You know? The memories come from experience. They come from connection to love and to beauty, not to the object itself. That's the final message, everyone. And I hope I see you again tomorrow for another live tarot session. And please, once again, join me at 8 o'clock with my dear friend Graham as we dive into Unica Zern's The House of Illnesses. Peace and love. Take care.